Just getting back from my tarot party that I did. That was so much fun. Powerful women. I love it to see powerful women just working together. I think we should all be doing it, honestly. But welcome to Intuitive Goddess Tarot 911. I'm Jenny, and I was called to do a What You Don't See Coming reading. And I've already pulled the cards because I wanted to look at them a little, just because I don't know a lot about this archetype deck. So let's get into it. So I feel like whoever you are, you're supportive, strategic, kind, I feel like you may be somebody with a father wound, which just means that you didn't have a good relationship with your father. It looks like he did embody honesty and wisdom, but it looks like this is speaking about an absent father. So that can create those father wounds. So let's take a look at the next one. So the next one is the healer. So it says self-contained, grateful, awake. The image of the serpent is eternally tied to healing and medicine, both Western and Eastern. Study the serpent and its power. That's really interesting. The wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It is someone who continues courageously to break open the self and ego as it means for deep integration. Excuse me, collective. So I would say this card's coming out to let you know that we go through multiple phases in our lives. And as healers, as people who are empaths, I spoke to one at the party today. It can be really difficult to navigate life because people, narcissists, will attach themselves to you. And you don't know because you're like, oh, well, I'm a healer. I'm going to help everybody. And you're drawn to them because they do need healing. So it's like a catch-22. But I feel like the reason this card's coming out is because you're going through another phase where you're shedding your skin. So I really feel like this is positive. Let's look at the mask. I marked these so I would be able to find them. All right, so the mask, it says, reveals what has been suppressed. The one you had before your mother and father were born. As the Zen cone suggests, meditate on your original face, the one you had before your mother and father were born. Think of a mask or costume you wore that felt empowering, marvelous, and fun. Who was it you were being? Is that who you are still within yourself? That's really interesting. So it says, what we often think of as a mask is something that conceals our identity. Yet contemplate the possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. It allows it allows the mask gives voice to that which was previously rejected when this card appears. Enact the side of you that is seeking expression, yet was never given a role to play on the stage of your life. You are the realm of the theater, so anything is possible. Speak with your other voice, embody the other's limbs. You are taking part in a ritual, the self. Yes, I wholeheartedly believe this. Like, since I started my journey, I have always wanted to do this my whole life. And everyone always told me, oh, the spiritual stuff is stupid and I don't believe, and, coincidences are coincidences. There's no coincidences, there's no accidents. So I feel like you are embodying who you want to be now. And maybe in your childhood, I'm picking up on someone who wasn't allowed to be themselves even as a child. It feels like you were the adult. Even as a little person, you were the grown up. So I feel like you're at a stage in your life now where you're ready to see the truth. You're ready to take the mask off, but you're also ready to embody who you were always meant to be, if that makes sense. And you shedding your skin is amazing. Let's look at the mirror. So, witnessing the deeper self, pure awareness. Yes. So, basically, it's just reiterating, what I said, but for future reflections, read the poem I Am Not I by Juan Jimenez and Yoko Ono's Mirror Piece and Grapefruit. I've never even heard of that. So it says, speak to yourself gently and kindly in the mirror. It will feel awkward at first, but it is a sure way to become friends with yourself. I was saying this today. Like, we as women feel like we have to take on the universe, and the people that came from before us, our relatives, our ancestors, they worked in a different way. Like, my grandmother ran a farm and had 5 kids. So that there's no slouching there for sure. But that my mom had 3 of us and could barely manage the household. And I think she wasn't meant to have children. And I'm not saying that to be, super negative or anything, but I feel like some of us are meant to, and some of us are not meant to. And because she was stuck in this mother archetype, she felt like she had to be a mother, get married, follow the steps in order to get to where she was supposed to be. And then when she got there, she was miserable. She spent almost every day of her life miserable. I would say until we were grown up. I mean, I left when I was 15 because there was no mothering. I was more of an adult, I feel like, than she was. So anyway, I feel like the mirror is just showing you who you can be, who you want to be. I was saying earlier that, you know, we're hard on each other and hard on ourselves, like, because women are expected to stay beautiful and be thin and eat everything the right way and not consume alcohol and uh, bow to our husbands. And, you know, this was that old way of thinking. And it doesn't exist anymore. I mean, women are literally running the world. So I feel like basically, you know, every day when you look in the mirror, when you're really look at yourself and realize that you were made from scratch inside your mother's body, and respect that. Like, you were here to do big things. And I know my mom, you know, she's passed away now, but I know that she would be so proud of me for doing, you know, this, because I feel like she was a witch. I mean, if she was mad at you, you could feel it, you know, 300 miles away. You'd get it in your thoughts, and it was like a menacing thought. So, and that was just with her thought process. So, the same can be said with us gaslighting ourselves. You're not pretty, you're too fat, you're this, you're that. You're not. You're who you are. You're who you were meant to be. And once you start accepting those things about yourself, you're going to be a lot happier. And it may take practice. It may to, you know, look at all the parts of yourself and realize that, you know, you've gotten this far all by yourself. You've navigated life. So be proud and talk kind to yourself. So it says we look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals with another realm. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of the narcissist, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away, a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and the danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest the one on the inside. Yes, we are constantly comparing ourselves to everyone else. Like, wow, look how pretty she is. Look how much money she has. Look how nice of a car she drives. Or he. Whichever. But, you know, it's important to not compare yourself. You're not in a race with people. You're not meant to compete unhealthily with others. So I'm going to use my deck. Excuse me, I'm going to take a step here. I'm going to use my deck to see if we can get some clarifiers here. Let's just see what's on the bottom of the deck. The shadow. Yes. I talked about this today. So being comfortable with your shadow, being comfortable with all the parts of you, everything you've done in your life, bad, good, ugly. Really look at that and forgive yourself for those things that you feel like are shameful or you're punishing yourself over. That doesn't need to happen. You don't need to punish yourself. Let me grab my deck here. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse from talking all day. And I'm drinking a glass of wine, which is nice. All right, so let's clarify the father and see what we got here, because I feel like I really was called to pull this, and I feel like this is such an important spread. I was confused about the father when I first pulled it out, but it makes perfect sense now. What does the collective need to know? Holy angels, holy spirits. How about this father card? You're bulletproof. I agree with that. So whatever you have gone through in the past, you've survived it. People are trying to compete with you. Let them. This is exactly what I'm saying. It's unfortunate how we put ourselves and others in these situations where we feel like we need to compete. We don't. You don't. You're yourself. Nobody's better or worse. This isn't a race. We're all going to the same place, people. We're all going to end up in a graveyard somewhere. So I feel like the message is, be kind to everyone. Be kind to each other. Don't be a doormat, but, if you see somebody struggling on the side of the road and you can help without getting axe murdered or something, I feel like that's appropriate. Your journey was necessary for your growth. Yes, I totally agree with that. And I feel like that mask, we often feel like we want to change things about what happened in our past, like the narcissist that you were in a relationship with. Some people would want to change that. And that was a huge part of your growth and the badass bitch that you are now. So don't ever feel like there's something wrong with you because of people that you've been in a relationship with and they've abused you. There's something wrong with them. There's not something wrong with you. Prying eyes around you. Yeah, and I feel like this goes back to, if you're a healer, you are shining a little brighter than other people. And this could be leading to that, and it could be difficult for you. But the highest compliment is having someone obsessed with you. Looking you up. Exactly. Oh my God, could this be any clearer? So it's funny how I say it and then the cards pop out. I really like that. So, all right, let's get another one. Divine Masculine. I feel like you've had to come into your Divine Masculine. And I was saying this again today. Yeah, maybe you're going through an ascension. Maybe you shedding your skin is you going to or through an ascension. And maybe that's why that mask is essential. Introspection is needed. Yes, exactly. With the mirror, with the shadow, with the mask, with the father, I feel like it is. I feel like looking at all those parts of yourself. I know I said that. It's like it's on repeat, but for real. Like, look at yourself and forgive yourself for all the stuff that you hate about yourself or the mistakes that you've made. We all make them. If you have haters, you're doing it right. Exactly. Exactly. People are threatened by your aura. Yes, I do believe that is correct. Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo. You could be a Leo. Pisces. Okay. So you could be a Leo or a Pisces. It doesn't change the fact that you're going through an awakening. You're ascending. You're shedding the skin. Gemini. Okay. So this just got mega specific. All right. Taurus. Oh my God. I've shuffled these cards so many times. So maybe you're dealing with multiple people. It's possible. Financially using you. That's possible too. Starseed vibes. Yes, I agree with that. Whoever you are, you do have starseed vibes, and this is going to bring people close to you that need healing, and it's a lot of times it's more painful for you because there's people that can't be fixed. And you don't know that when you're putting in all this time and this effort and this energy that you're, trying to fix a broken toy that's never going to get fixed. Let's get a card from here. Let's get a clarification card. I feel like multiple people are probably looking at you. And, it's funny. We spend so much time criticizing ourselves in the mirror. And other people would want to be you. Flaws, everything you don't like about yourself, they don't care. They still want to be you. Empress. Yes. You are in this Empress energy, and that's another thing that makes you so attractive to basically everyone. So guard your energy, be careful. But, be yourself. Temperance. Oh my God. Empress, temperance. I mean, we could end the reading right here. Because whoever you are the full package. You've been through it. You deserve to be laying in a field of lavender. Let's get a couple more. Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Something that is fated is coming. It's a positive change. It's going to change your life. And you can end these cycles that have kept you stuck. Yes. Competition. People are probably wanting you to keep your mouth shut. Because people that have wronged you don't want you talking about that shit. I'm experiencing that right now. It's pretty hilarious, honestly. I mean, when people launch a smear campaign against you and then, years later it comes out and they're like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, okay, really? Six of Swords. Yeah, you're leaving behind what doesn't serve you. Yeah, you were bullied. You were bullied probably from a narcissist who was unhealed. And you're at a place where, you've healed yourself. You're probably healing other people. Yeah, the Hangman. You've had a change in perspective. You don't see yourself as this lack-minded villain anymore, if that's how you saw yourself. And that's the impression I'm getting, is that people made you feel like a villain. And you're not the villain, baby. You're the Empress. You're temperance. You're amazing. Yes. Two of Wands. Planning and waiting. Making a decision. Choosing a path. Whoever you are, you're at a precipice. You are deciding where you're going. And it looks freaking beautiful. You've done the work. You've healed yourself. The Hermit. You could be hanging out by yourself. I did that a lot. I remodeled every room in my house when I was going through my transformation. It's necessary sometimes. It can't be helped. I mean, you can't trust. I can't say you can't trust, but trust yourself. Trust the energy. Energy doesn't lie. If somebody's a dickbag, they're a dickbag. The sun. Yes. All right. I don't think this could be any clearer. So you're full of happiness and joy. You're full of contentment. You know where you're going, and you deserve it is the other thing. So don't ever let anybody tell you that you don't deserve what you're getting. I'm called to read this card. So it says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I feel like this is your self-love. I feel like you've gotten to a point where you're done believing the lies of others about who you are or who you can be, and you're stepping up to the plate. So congratulations. I'm proud of you. I don't know you, but I like you. Because this is amazing. So I hope this helps. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And, as always, like, share, subscribe to the videos. It does help the algorithm of the channel. But, I'm just going to keep doing these readings for you guys because it brings me so much joy, honestly. Well, unless a dick bag comes in, but I don't see the dick bag here today. Not in any real prominent kind of way. So let's hope he's on a dick bag vacation. Maybe he's transforming. So anyway, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back with another reading as soon as I can. But take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I love you guys.